Special operator grooming standards. Man, you see that picture? That was me in Yemen. So as you can tell, or as you may know, special operator grooming standards depend upon the AO, the area of operations. Now we'll talk a little bit about, at least in the SEAL teams, man, and there's some differences up at the tier 1 levels, which we'll kind of get into. Now, going through regular Navy, man, you are at the whims of big military, of Uncle Sam, of those rules, man, under the thumb. Shave tight, man. That's at least in the boot camp and all that. And then you start getting into the SEAL teams, man, things start getting a little bit more relaxed, man. Dudes would start growing out the mustaches. You see some of those, man, some of those old-time SEALs, man, those epic mustaches, those instructors. Man, you gotta love that. Now, but people talking about, man, when can you grow a beard? When can you grow that stash? What is the situation there, man? That's a good question. Well, when it comes down to the platoon, you'll be doing your unit level training, and then it'll come down to where you're going. Where are you deploying to? That's cool, because then you know, okay, we're gonna get to grow our beard out. So you wait for that shit. You wait for that approval, man. That called the relaxed grooming standards. Relaxed grooming standards shit. Man, it's a physical piece of paper, but it gets routed up the chain, and that your platoon, your AO, whatever, and it's usually about a few months out. At least this is in regular SEAL teams. So you'll get the shit, you'll be like, okay, cool, man, and then you're not shaving. Now, why? Why are those standards there? Why are the relaxed grooming standards offered? Well, it depends upon the AO, like we said. It's situation on the ground, man. If you're going to Yemen or Afghanistan or some place like that, man, you're dealing with the local populations in special operations, special forces. You're dealing with guys face to face, man. And a lot of that culture, man, the respect is on the beard. The respect is on the beard. There's also something to be said for facial recognition software and people taking pictures and whatever. There's a lot to be said for that, but a lot of it's the respect piece in the culture. Right, you got places in Yemen, whatever, man, they look at a clean-shaven dude, and they're gonna think, oh, it's women and children have clean-shaved faces. Well, that's all good. Now, going to like Iraq, man, the grooming standards, wasn't the case, man. We didn't have approval to grow a beard, man, because culturally, that's not really how they got down there. Mustaches, right? It's more culturally, the situation in the culture is the mustache, right? So being team guys, whatever, we'll start growing that out a little bit more, man. Dudes will start rocking the handlebar. You're supposed to, by the Navy standards, it's not supposed to go past the lip edge, and, we'd push the standard and get yelled at, man, and all right, trim your handlebar back up, all good. But we didn't have the approval to grow out that full beard. Now, operators at that tier 1 level, man, I can't speak to that because I wasn't there. I just know from guys being there, whatever, the grooming standards are a lot different because the operational tempo is a lot different, because they're going to be deploying more often. They're going to be on call more. They're going to be deploying more. You're going to have a lot faster turnover, so their grooming standards are different. As it should be, man. You earn your way up the top. The standards get a little bit different as far as the grooming. Now, let's talk about how funny it is when you're in camp, man, and dude, everyone's looking like a homeless guy. Man, I hadn't shaved in probably, man, 10, 11 months. Not touched it, man. The thing was like a homeless guy, man. And it is so funny, dude, when everybody trims up and you just see everyone look like they had huge teeth, man, because you've seen all your homies You're on camp only with everybody with beards on, man, and then everybody goes back to that clean-shaven SoCal whatever look, man, and it's funny. Man, and it's good times reflecting back, man. Man, it's fascinating to have experienced a culture like that, especially in Yemen, man. It's Old Testament, man. Man, that's some strict stuff, man. We'd see women carrying bales of hay on their head, fully covered, man, in 100 million-degree heat, man. It is. And we're just out there growing a beard, getting weird. It's cool, man, because that's why I went into special operations. Man, I went in for not the relaxed grooming standards, but for what it said. That atypical warfare, that embedded nature of it. That's what's cool about it, man. It's not the beard. Nothing cool about growing a beard out. I mean, whatever, right? It's actually more hassle than it for me personally. But it's like everybody can do it, but it's why you're doing it. That's what's badass, man. It's growing a beard out, man, because you're going to operate, man. You're going to in-country, you're embedding in, you're living, man, the local populace, integrated in. It's very cool. It's a great experience. And that picture, man, of me in that tent, that Alaska tent, man, with the kit and the beard and whatever, it's cool memories because the path it took to get to that point. The path it takes when you have that scene. Because I still remember seeing that picture, having stacked boxes at Home Depot, man, just visualizing being able to get to that place. Because, man, I didn't just want the title. I wanted to operate. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. I wanted to do the job. And being there, given the permission to have relaxed grooming standards, having earned that, was really cool. It felt good. It was a simple thing, but what it signified was very cool, man. Not everyone in the military's granted that, and it's because you earn it. And that goes with everything, man. Don't be looking at people being like, man, they get to do this. Man, well, they earned to do that. And I'm not talking about growing out facial hair, man. I'm talking about anything. Man, when you see somebody, man, living a certain way, moving a certain way, and maybe you aspire to be like that, man, they weren't handed it guaranteed. It was earned more often than not. And if it's kept, it's definitely earned. So remember that when you approach anything in your life, have that picture of that man you want to be. Have that visualization of that place you want to be operating in and that reality you want to be living. And then when you're there, man, reflect back, remember what got you there, and then double down. Double down the effort, double down the focus so that you can get to that next level, man. Be smart. Out here.